What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? All right, so bear with me here because I'm trying some different things, and I'll explain why in a minute. Just give me a minute. Oh my God, I'm telling you. Ugh. Ugh. God, I wish people could just leave shit alone. Oh my God. 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 All right, and my hacker's back, so I'm gonna try to get around him too. Um, So just bear with me here, folks. This isn't going to take too long to set up, but I'm going to need a minute. Um, well, for a minute here, let's do this. So you're the only one here, huh, Shadow? Wow, that's wild. Yeah, I saw that. I saw your chat, your text. Yep. Hey, while we're talking here for a second, what's going on with Dave? You said he got a new phone number. Um, is he doing okay? Everything all right? Hi, Jeff, Lower Alabama. Good show, buddy. I'm trying. I've been trying for 2 days now to upload some of the flight videos, and I'll get to that in a minute here too to explain what's going on. And I was trying to get it up for your show tonight, and I just couldn't make it happen. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So right now I'm trying to get um, I'm trying to get my own show up, so I'm not in studio because my hacker's back, and I'll get to that too. I got a lot to talk about, guys, just to get you updated on what the hell's going on. Um, so yeah, just stick with me here for a minute. I'm just trying to get this up so that the hacker can't screw up my show tonight. Um, so hopefully, let me kill the audio. We're gonna have an echo. All right, come on, computer. Let's hurry up about this. Oh my God. Uh, if I avoid the porn, oh God, I wish I was actually going to porn sites. You know, to be honest, I have visited them slightly, not much. But now that you have to register to go to a porn site, I can't do it because if I go back to Disney,
Oh God, I wish I was actually going to porn sites.
and
You know, I
and it comes up on a registry that they can possibly check, they'll never hire me back. So there's no way I can go to a porn site anymore. So yeah, so that's out. All right, so here's what we got, and this camera's not looking all that great. Um, Damn it. So here's the mentality of the world today. This is why everything is going to hell in a handbag. For me, it all started back when I was working for my brother, um, doing programming. And I don't remember what year that was, but I think it was 2000, probably around 2010, roughly. Maybe before that. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway. So what was going on then? Uh oh. Did I freeze up? No, I guess not. So my brother was doing a lot of software for medical companies. And if you go to a doctor today and then go somewhere else the next day, and they have your records over there at the other's place, my brother's responsible for that. That's what he was doing when I was working for him. We were networking everything. Any hospital could get anybody's records from any other, you know, and it didn't even matter what platform you were working on. If you had OS, you know, IBM OS system, or your Windows system, or a Linux system, it didn't matter. It would talk to all of them, and it was light years ahead. And and then we were doing we took on a project for automotive software for running your garage. And my brother hired this guy named Ken, real nice guy, a Jehovah Witness. It was a little flaky, but his answer for everything was, well, you got to buy new computers. And that's the way everybody thinks. You know, he made this very complicated GUI, and GUI means graphic, okay? So instead of just having a button that said, like right now it says edit video or analytics or some button like that, no, it had to have a picture of a car or a wrench or, you know, some kind of graphic on it. And that takes up resources like you can't believe. I mean, the difference between having the word edit video and have a picture of a movie camera is light years of memory availability and smoke to run it. And his was, well, the shops will just have to buy new computers. And I told him, no, that's not gonna happen. Shops are gonna buy equipment to fix cars, not to run your silly ass software so that they can have, you know, mail outs automatically for oil changes. Okay, it ain't gonna happen. So my job there was to make a non-GUI version of it, or I should say, make it capable of. I designed all the screens that were non-GUI, and then Control G would turn the GUI on and off. So if you had a Mac Daddy computer and run all the GUI, you could do that and it'd be fine. It'd work fine. But if you don't, you got an old computer and the GUI's really slowing it down, you could do Control G and go back to a regular DOS screen that looked really good, but like this, it would say, you know, right estimate instead of a picture of a you know, like a clipboard with a pencil, and you know, yeah. So anyway, so that's what I'm experiencing. All right, all my old computers are too old, and they don't have enough smoke to run Windows 10 or Windows 11 or all that. They won't run it. They just don't have the memory or anything to run it. And Chrome and Firefox have both decided they're not going to support their old version of, you know, their browser. So you have to upgrade. Well, I don't want to upgrade. I can't afford to buy Mac Daddy computers just to run your silly ass software. So so anyway, so I had two really nice computers. They're old, but they work really nice, and that's what we're on right now. Is one of my old computers, because I bought the brand new computer, and the only thing it will do is go on the internet. And when I say, I mean go shopping or doing this, no, it won't do this. Yeah, I can't stream. The camera that came with the new laptop is garbage. The microphone that came with the new laptop is garbage, and it won't stream anyway. It doesn't have the smoke to do a stream. But if you want to go watch YouTube or a video on Netflix, or you want to shop, it'll do that. That's what it's made to do, and it'll do that. But that's all it'll do. You know, I can't edit videos on it. I can't. It's worthless. I can't do a damn thing with this thing. So this is my old computer back. We're looking at right now. We're looking at the camera that came with the laptop. All right, that's in the lid of the laptop, and the microphone. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at what you see. So what do you guys think? You know, does it look good? Does it sound good? Does my mouth match the graphic? Give me a little feedback here, because I'm still adjusting stuff. So let me know what you think here. And then I'm going to switch. If you look up in the corner, that's the other camera. Okay, up in the corner is the my new. It's out of sync. Okay, good to know. Thanks, Shadow. Um, that's the other camera, and we're going to switch that in a minute here. Um, at least I'm pretty sure that's the other camera. Hang on a minute. I had it pointed where we weren't looking straight at that. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Um, yeah, that looks a little weird. I wonder why it's doing that. So we're going to be even farther out of sync if I switch cameras. I'm going to do it anyway, just so we can play with that. That's what this is for. So we're going to transition to the other camera, and we'll see what that looks like. Now I believe, yeah. See that now we're, at least in studio, I'm zoomed in. I don't know if I am on um, the live, but in studio I'm zoomed in. Hey Wiggs, what's up? Good to see you, man. So and now it looks like it might be hesitating. Yeah, see this is my Logitech copy camera, the one I had in the old garage that I had the blue protective film on, and I took it off, and it got so much clearer. So that's this camera, much clearer, but now my voice is probably out of sync even worse. Probably, and that's what I'm still working on. Um, I had this all figured out on the new computer, but like I said, it doesn't work. You know, when I try to go live, you know, it works fine. It's just right here, you know. But as soon as I try to, you know, project it or broadcast it, you know, it's screwed. So now I have to. I'm resetting this up. So what I had to do, you're gonna love this. So the two computers that I was using. Actually, there's a third computer that took a shit, and this is the one that really worked well. This Samsung was the one that it did everything look good and work good, but the cooling system in this took a crap. So I have to take it all apart again. I've already taken this computer apart a dozen times, put a new battery in it, and all kinds of shit. And now I got to take it apart to put a cooling system in it. But that was the last good old computer I had that had enough smoke to run Windows 10, and everything worked pretty good. But so I'm back to my Windows 8 machine. This is an HP computer, but it came with a good camera, a good microphone, and it lets me edit. Right now we are, and the reason that's why things are off is because I'm running too much stuff. So I've got OBS running, I've got this live stream running, and I've got it also the studio running and a live stream, because if I put the studio up, my hacker can hack it. So I put studio down, and I'm also editing a video at the moment in Windows Live Movie Maker, and so all that's going on at the same time, and that's why we're having the lag. But I wanted to see how bad it was and what it will let me do versus you know. Anyway, so that's what's going on. You know, I took this computer, the two of them. They were both HPs. They were both old, running Windows 8, and I put them back to factory setting. I wiped the drives, put them back to factory setting, and now I'm trying to rebuild everything. And right, yeah. So again, and I'm sure I'm probably don't make a graphic card that I could put in this machine. It's too old. It does, you know, it's probably from 2005, I would guess, maybe 10. but it's at least 15 years old, I would guess. Um, so but it works, and it's and even right now, it's doing a pretty good job considering that I have so much stuff open because I have Studio open that I minimize. I've opened another YouTube screen like I'm watching exactly what you're watching, so that's running too. So I got Studio running in one Windows YouTube, and then I've got this running in another separate window, and then I've got that editing software going on right now in the background, and then OBS to manage the live, and I think that's it. Let me look real quick. Yeah, that's everything. And it's handling it pretty well considering how old this computer is. And as soon as this editing is done, it's gonna this is gonna straighten right up. Normally I wouldn't do this at the same time, but been working on this. I've been working on the software tonight for 4 hours, and I had to switch it all over from the new computer, back to the old computer so that I could finish editing this video that I'm trying to get up. So that'll be going up as soon as this. Well, I'll probably put it up while we're chatting, actually, and then you guys can go watch it. But yeah, it's just been a nightmare, and right, Shadow, and that's and that was kind of Ken's, the guy we hired to do the software with the GUI. That was his attitude. Well, we'll just sell. We'll they have to buy better, newer computers, and and I'm like, oh my god. I don't need to spend money on computers if I'm going to spend money on airplanes. I just spent $1,000 on airplanes to make more content. Okay, $1,000. I spent almost $1,500 on 3D printers. I got 3 different 3D so I could make more content there, and then I bought 2 new cars, full scale cars, to do content for that part of the show, and then I bought 2 new. No, I bought 3 or 2. I bought 2 RC cars that were on sale, so I could do more content there too. So, yeah. So the last thing I need to be buying is computers when I'm trying to buy all this stuff to make content with. If I had a computer and nothing else, what would we be talking about right now, other than the computer? I mean, I couldn't show you the new helicopters or the new RC cars, or they're actually 2 trucks, 10 scale trucks, or I couldn't show you the new airplanes. They're not here yet. One's here, but the other 2 aren't here yet. So yeah, I just but it's just been a nightmare. It's been an absolute nightmare. The computers have been driving me crazy, and I've been breaking my ass trying to get this new computer to work, and I just gave up. Like it just isn't going to do it. It won't. It doesn't want to run OBS and stream it to Studio at YouTube and then have the camera and the audio work. It just doesn't want to do it. And I've tried everything I can try to. I got it close. You guys watched the live stream the other day. That was it was a Godzilla movie, but it was pretty decent. But that's not good enough for me. So it's got to be better. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Now this is interesting. I've got 12 people watching. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm glad you're here. If you want to say something in the comments about something you want me to talk about or go show you, like an RC helicopter, or we can talk about the Dodge Magnum or the Dodge Daytona, whatever. Just let me know what you want to talk about. Since there's 12 of you in here and only 2 of you are talking, anyway. So, but that's I've never had a problem with OBS. My OBS has always worked flawlessly from the very beginning when I was doing the green screen and everything. You know, you got to admit, guys, that I come out of the boat right out of the boat with a great live show with a working back, you know, green screen that was beautiful. And you know, because I put a lot of work into it pre, you know, um, you're busy clicking stuff. um, and you know, so I've you know, OBS has been wonderful, and I've never updated. I'm still running the original OBS. It's had 23 updates since I started running it, I think, and I've never updated it, mostly because I lose the ability to run the green screen if you update it. Michael, what's up? How you doing, man? Um, they took away the chroma key, which is the nugget you need to run a real green screen. So I've kept my original OBS for that very reason. Because who knows? I might go back to a green screen, or might want to go back to a green screen for some special show or something, and have, you know, live airplanes in the background. You know, so I definitely want. I want that capability. So that's why I have never updated my OBS. And my OBS is not the problem. You know, it works great. And I can get the cameras working in OBS great and everything. You know, it's the computer that's screwing it all up, not OBS. Um, and I'm looking at. All right, so I'm gonna switch back. Not gonna screw anything up, guys. It just, you know, the camera won't be quite as clear, but it's not gonna screw up the show. Um, just to go back to it for a minute, I want to see. And in this shot, you know, up in the corner is the other camera. That's what we're looking at. The two cameras are pointed at me on purpose, so I can switch back and forth, and we can see. You're right, Shadow. This is a much clearer picture, but it's an also closer picture. The camera is closer. It's only about a foot closer, honestly, but it's closer, and so yeah. See, you update your OBS, Jeff, and aren't you running what's that other one? The OBS Lite or whatever. Straw. Shit. What do they call that one? I thought you were running that. Um, StreamYard or something. Is that what it's called? Um, oh, Michael, I've built. I started flying these things in 1973. So yes, I have built a shitload of balsa planes and covered them. Covered them in silk and dope. Covered them in monocoat. You know, yeah, I've done it all. You know, and yeah, you're using StreamYard. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm not using StreamYard. I'm using the original OBS. Yeah, Michael. So yeah, I've done all of that. I actually have two kits. Well, I have three kits that I'm going to build once I get the new hobby shop or studio or whatever you want to call it, my man cave. Once that's done, I'm going to have three build tables and cameras on each table, and I'm going to build these three airplanes I have that are still balsa kits. You cover with tissue paper or silk and dope or monocoat or whatever, and I'm gonna build them, you know, live. You know, when I go live during the week, we'll take a look at each one of the airplanes, and I'll work on one for a little bit or whatever. And but yeah, I've done all of that. That's where I started. You know, nitro engines. Um, you know, hadn't even heard of an electric anything in '73. Um, But yeah, you know, so yeah, I still have some, and those are just the kits I'm actually working on. I have some more balsa kits that I haven't opened either. I have a bunch of old kits, you know, old wooden kits. You know, I've got it, and then I have a bunch of new ones that are, you know, the ARFs, almost ready to fly stuff. I've got a bunch of those too to build. Um, so yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff. So okay, so yeah, we're back to the, you know, it switched over, and my stream's a little behind what's going on here, but that's all right. I think the editing's almost done. Yeah, we're at 76%, so it'll only be about another 10-15 minutes, I think. It's editing very slowly. That's another thing. Okay, so let me go back. Let me go back to updating you on how this computer shit worked. So once I reset the computers back to factory and started trying to load stuff again, Firefox and Chrome wouldn't even let me download an old version and put it on the computer. So I didn't have a browser. So I had to go find one. So I found one called Opera. And I don't know if it's a Linux based or what it is, but it works. It works on old machines. It's not bad. It does a pretty good job. But it won't let you do, like, for instance, because everybody's updated their stuff. If I try to go to like my Yahoo Mail, it'll open the page. It lets me see what's on the first page of Yahoo Mail, and it won't let me open it, and I can't go to the next page. It just, you get what you get. You can look and see what you got, and you know how you get that little title or beginning of the, and that's all I could get, and it wouldn't let me go any farther. So that's where the limitations are with Oprah. You know, it wouldn't let me go farther. So then I remembered that because I run AVG, uh, you know, firewall, you know, blocker, you know, malware, you know, program, and they have their own browser. So I downloaded that. I thought, well, let me try that, you know. So I mean, I already had it downloaded when I installed you know, the spyware, you know, thing. But I didn't install the browser. So I went back and reran it, and it let me just install the browser, and I installed the browser. And that works pretty good also. But same thing. Because, you know, Yahoo had to update their shit. It'll only open the first page. It won't let me look, you know, because it doesn't have enough smoke to run their new version. So the limitations. So then I uninstalled Opera and just used the browser that came with AVG. And what do I get? I get a pop up from Chrome. Hey, we noticed you're running AVG browser. Click the link to download our browser. You know, try it out instead. Really? You wouldn't let me load it originally, but now you're now you're gonna let me. Okay, all right. Oh yeah. Well, all right, Lionel. You're right. It is. It's opera, not Oprah. You're. Anyway, I installed that, and then I installed Chrome. So now Chrome's running on the machine, but it's got limits, and same thing. It won't let me run. You know, like if I go to read my email on um, uh, Yahoo, it won't let me go to the next page. It'll open it, and it lets me see what's current, what just came in. But yeah, it wouldn't let me. But so that's what I'm running right now, is the old version of Chrome. And it's running this just fine. It's running Studio. It's running the live stream that I'm watching just like you are. No problems. Working fine. You know, so it's let me do that. And it's also, well, I don't need the browser for that, but I had to download an old version of Windows Movie Maker because it wouldn't run it the new versions. So I had to get an old version of Movie Maker, download that, and that's what I'm using to edit the video I'm trying to put up right now. So yeah, so it's just been a never-ending battle to keep all this stuff working. But I'm getting back to, you know, the more I run this now, it's getting its legs back, and it's starting to work better. So I think we're at 70. I think we're at 79% on the edit. So, and of course I'm live, so that's slowing the edit down. You know, the edit's slowing this down, and this is slowing the edit down. So it's going to take longer for me to finish this edit than it would have if I didn't go live. But the main reason I was trying to go live, I really wanted to go live for you, Jeff, because I wanted to tell you I was trying so hard to get this video up for your show. It's a really good one. You guys are gonna like this one. I'm flying a Viper 90 pretty aggressively. Philip, what's up? How you doing, man? And it's only a 6-minute flight. I landed early, had plenty of battery, could have gone 3 more minutes easy, but it's flying at a pretty good clip, not wide open by any means, but it doesn't look like it's going to fall out of the sky. It's flying at a very low, staying close to the camera, trying to. So it's a really good video. You guys are going to like it. Be aware, though, because of all the software problems I'm having, and I'm having trouble with that for some reason. It never did this before, but it is now. I didn't have a chance to adjust the volumes. So my speaking volume is going to be lower, and you can bounce it up to hear it, no problem. But then when the music comes on, it's really loud. So be aware. You're going to have to cut the volume back down when the music comes on. Normally I match that in the editing, but it wouldn't let me do it. I don't have everything working together yet. I'm still trying to get all the parameters and everything set up correctly so it works perfect. But you don't find these things out until you start editing, you know. And I haven't done a lot of editing lately because I haven't done a lot of videos. But I've got at least eight flights to edit and put up. The Super Tucano from Hobby King, and the Super Tucano from Motion RC, that the Neffy, or the, what is it, I forget what it's called, 4 letters, Neffy, or something. Their Super Tucano, that's a balsa kit. And I put the 5-bladed prop from the Super Tucano, the Hobby King Super Tucano, on the ARF and fluids, and that looks really cool. And they both great flights, smooth. They, you know, balanced props, the whisper quiet, just it's really cool. So I got to edit those yet, and it's just with everything else going on, building this and working on cars, and yeah, it's just I'm just overloaded, but I'm working on it. I'm trying anyway. So yeah, we're at 80%, so we got a little bit longer before, and I'm doing this on purpose, because once that's done and we see whether or not it corrects the lag here, then I'll probably sign off. Unless you guys want to hang out, I don't care. But I just wanted to test this stuff live, and that's why I went live. You know, because I wanted to see what was going on with my old laptop again, back in service. Um, and this is not. This picture's not bad. I mean, I know the other picture's better. You know, from the Logitech copy, it's a better camera. But for a laptop camera, this isn't bad. And I'm pretty sure the microphone. I know it doesn't match my lips, but it sounds pretty good, right? Um, it's just a microphone built into the laptop. I don't have an external. Now there is a mic on the camera, and we're going to test that here in a minute too. I'm going to switch over to the mic on the camera and see if it sounds better. So I want you guys to give me some feedback on that as well. So once we get, you know, everything, um, once I get this editing done, we're going to play with that. And I'm going to switch the audio on the camera to from the laptop to the camera, and then we're going to see how that sounds. So we're getting there. So let's see. What else can I tell you guys? I know, Jeff, you're not a helicopter guy, but let me tell you something. Those ERA, those cheapy helicopters that everybody's selling, Hobby King, Heli Direct, there's a lot of places selling them. They're very nice helicopters. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get the two. They're out in the truck, and I'm going to go get them real quick and bring them in here because I want to show you. Yeah, I know. Stop pressing buttons. Not yet, Philip, but shortly. But yeah, the only button I've been pressing is switching cameras back and forth because I haven't been able to screw that up yet. But in this current picture, the camera, the main camera, wow, is the one that's in the lid of the laptop, and the camera in the corner, which is a much better picture, is my Logitech copy camera, and much better picture on the copy. Yeah, I think um, I'm not positive. I believe um, the helicopter that Cletus got from Motion is an XK brand, I believe, and that seemed to be okay. Um, it was only a four-bladed prop on that. I think it's a M500 helicopter, and it should be a five blade. And my ERA one is a five blade, and it's a little bigger. The Cletus one's a little smaller, and it's a four blade. It should be a five blade, but you know they were crashing it into the garage door down there at the Freedom Factory, and they didn't break it. So, and I've got one on order. I'm waiting for them to get them back in stock because I want one because I want the color scheme. I want the one that Cletus fixed up. I don't know how much I'll fly it. I might just put it on the shelf behind me here. Um, but all right, so give me 2 minutes. It's going to take me 2 minutes to run out to the truck and grab those two helicopters and bring them in. So let me go get those real quick because they're really cool. I want to show them to you. So just give me 2 minutes. So here they are, and they're a little different. Same brand though. They're the ERA. Same transmitters. Okay, so these are. There's no difference between them. They're same damn thing. What's going on? What the hell? What the hell's going on here? Huh, interesting. Oh, there you go. Oh, well, I backed up. Okay. So let me... Yeah, this is... not behaving at all. I have no idea why. Victor, what's up? How you doing, man? Good to see you. That big, beautiful F4 Phantom, is that yours? Or is that somebody else's? God, that thing's beautiful. All right, and I'm gonna go back to the other camera. Hang on a minute, because I want to get you guys to see the Mac Daddy of these. So let me go back to the other camera. Okay. Just have to remember to hold them up a little bit. Okay. So this is one that like Cletus has. This is that M500. I believe it's a. I think it's a Hughes 500. So it's a 5-blade rotor, main rotor. It's got a digital electric motor on the back. No coupled drive. No gearbox drivetrain. It just it has an electric motor that does the compensating. This has a hole in the bottom of it for a LiDAR camera, but it doesn't have it. Okay, and the reason I bought, and it's got lights on it. Let me turn it on here. Hang on a second. Oops. Whoops. No whoops. The light fell out of the front, which is supposed to do that, but okay. So we turn this on. This one's not very well lit, but it's got lights. The other one's better. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Okay, so I got a red beacon in the back here blinking, and then it's got a steady on. It's blinking because it's not bound to the transmitter, but it's got a landing light, or searchlight on the front, and one red beacon on the back. Okay, and great flying helicopter, very stable. It's got 3 speeds. You can turn it, speed it up, or slow it down on the reaction and how fast it goes, and then it's got auto takeoff and auto landing. It doesn't have a return to home or any of that. So it's only 100 and they're usually around $145. Okay, and that's everything. You get batteries. I think you get batteries for the transmitter. You get the battery to fly it. You get everything. It's ready to fly out of the box for 145 bucks. Okay, so I'm going to set this right here for a minute, and then this is the other one, and this one's cool. I love this one. So this one again, it's a 5-blade, and I believe they're the same rotors. You know, they're identical, different color, but it's the same. You know, so they're using the same parts over and over again to cut down cost. You know, they don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. They just reuse the same wheel over and over again. You know, change the color, and you know, you got a new wheel. The rear the rear tail rotor is it's enclipsed inside this you know, protective thing, which is kind of cool. And this one's got more lights on it. So let me turn this one on. Oh, the battery's not in here. Oh crap. Oh, well, and the battery's. I think the battery for this one is out in the truck. I thought it was still in the helicopter. Damn it. All right, I'll have to go get the battery. But this one's got. This does have a LiDAR camera on the bottom. And boy, I'll tell you, what a difference that makes as far as stable, you know, the stability. They're both very stable, but that one, you know, this one here tends to move around a lot when you're trying to stop, for instance. You know, it'll you know, you pull back and it'll stop, and then it like goes backwards for a minute and then comes back forward. It kind of follows around, and you know, this one just stops. It just comes in, you stop it, and it just sits there and hovers, because the LiDAR camera on the bottom is reading where it's at and its movement to the ground, and it's kind of picks a point on the ground and then hovers over it. That's the best description I can give you. I don't know exactly how it works, but this hole isn't empty on the bottom. It's got a camera in it, and I think they were the same price. I don't think. If this one was more money, it wasn't $10 more. It's got red and green nav lights on this tail boom back here. So there's a green light on this side, a red light on this side. It's got a red light blinking on the top back here. It's got the white, you know, searchlight on the front here. I think. Does it have any more lights in there? I think that's it. So it just looks really cool lit up. And like I said, this one even flies better. They both fly really good, but I really love this one. Flight times on both of these are man, they're like for 15 minutes, and you really don't want to fly it that long because it gets hot. Oh my God, the motor in here gets hot. So I try to only fly them for half that, about 6 or 7 minutes, and land. You know, I fly the one for 6 or 7 minutes, land, turn it off. Fly the other one for 6 or 7 minutes, land, turn it off, and then I might go back to the other one, or I might go run a truck or something. But I try not to fly a full 15-minute flight because it just, I can't believe how hot the motor gets in here, and I'm afraid I'm gonna, you know, the magnets are gonna come unglued or something. You know, I just don't want to. I don't want to risk it. So I'm purposely not, you know, not flying them till they crash, you know, or run out of battery. And the lights start blinking. It beeps and the lights blink and it warns you that it's running out of battery. So so no big deal there. The only thing I'm a little upset about on these two, I thought they shared the same battery, and they don't, and that kind of bums me out because they're so close. They're the same voltage, and I think they're even the same capacity, but the case on this one's a little bigger. And I was really hoping that, because I have 4 batteries, 3 batteries or 4. I have 3 batteries for that one. I only have 1 battery for this one. So, and if I would, you know, if I had 5 total batteries that could be in both of them, it'd be wonderful. But it didn't work out that way. I thought it was gonna, because they look very similar, on the page. But when this one the battery got here, it was bigger, so they're not interchangeable. Yeah, it's too bad. What's up there, David? How you doing, man? Hello, Crystal. Yeah, so I'll go get that battery in a minute here because I want you guys to see it. It looks so cool with these nav lights on the back here. It really makes a difference. It looks really cool. Do you have some of these, Dave? Do you have these ERA helicopters? Because they're really fun to fly. They fly really good. Are they about a foot long? Yeah, actually, they are about a foot long. That's pretty accurate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say that's real accurate. They're about a foot long. Yeah, yeah, they're pretty. It's a decent size. I really like them, and they're easy to fly. You can fly them. I take them out to the flying field, or I fly them out here. Um, oh, you got the smaller blue and white one? Oh, do you? Okay. Yeah, that's. I haven't bought that one yet. I isn't that one a? That one's not a 7.4 volt, is it? It's only a 3.7 volt, isn't it? It's a single cell. That one kind of threw me. I was like, how well is that going to fly with a one cell battery? I'm pretty sure that's a one cell. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what it was. So, what's up, Fred? How you doing, man? Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to update you guys on the computer issues and what all what what I've been going through on that. Oh my god. 86%. Yeah, we're getting there. It ain't done yet. So, all right. So let me walk out there and get this battery. I know right where it is. I just I thought the battery because I have three of those. I thought I put that one in the cup holder, and it must have been this one. So let me run out there and get it. battery looks like it puffed. I'm not sure, but kind of looks like it did. All right, let's see if we can put that in here. Oh, that is the wrong battery. Fuck. Damn it. That's the one for that one. Shit. So I was working on my car trailer today, and I've got it. I got a winch for it. The guy that I bought the Magnum from had this winch he got at Harbor Freight, and we were trying to use it to load the car. And he got frustrated with it, and he gave it to me. And I was trying to spool it out and then back in, so I've got it tied to a tree, mounted to the trailer, and the truck's hooked to the trailer, and I'm literally pulling the cable out, driving the truck away from the tree, and then I'm winching the truck and the trailer back to the tree using the winch. So it's tied to a tree right now. So it's a little farther away on the property than normal. Yeah, I got 3 acres here, and it's not at the other end, but it's not right outside the door like it normally is. So that's why it takes a little longer to go out to the truck. God, I wish that edit would get done. Jesus, that's really screwing this up. Jesus. Oh, that means we're at 87%. That's pretty good. It must have got a second win there. Okay. This battery I think puffed though. It feels like it did. Let's check it here. Let's pull this one out. Oh. I think this one puffed inside the helicopter, so I can't get it out. There it goes. Well, it still went in. Yeah. Alright, that's alright. Well, I'm going to leave that one in there because I'm pretty sure that one's fully charged. I think that one needs charging. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, let me go out to the truck one more time. I'm bringing all the batteries in this time. I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to grab them all, and then I'll know for certain I have it. So I'll be right back one more time. Alright. Well, the battery's missing in action. I don't know where it's at. That's very upsetting because I don't know where it's at. I don't even know where to go look for it. It's not in the truck. I don't know where it is. That's very, very upsetting because that's the only battery I have for that helicopter. So without it, I can't fly it at all. And I really don't have a clue where that battery is. But on another note, I just heard this, my editing's over. So we can close this. And that'll take care of that. So now, let's see if the show runs better. It should. This should be a lot better. Yeah, sorry guys. I tore the whole truck apart looking for it, and I can't find it. I don't know where that damn battery is. And that's upsetting. I found the other two of these, so I have all of those, but I don't have the one for this helicopter. I don't know where it is. I thought it was in it. I just can't believe it's not in it. So yeah, so I have 4 of these batteries. I thought I had 3, but I actually have 4. But I only have 1 for this one, and I don't know where the battery is. I just can't figure out what I did with it. I don't know why it's not in it. The only thing I can think of is when I was flying it out here, I took the battery out of it and put it in my pocket, and then it's probably in my pants in the house. But man, I really don't think that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it is. I don't think I was charging it. I usually charge it on that. I've got a hub right here that I charge it on. And it's not plugged into that, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it is. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at my own feed now, and it's much better. 2 Kennys? Is Kenny Rogers here? Yeah, this is behaving much better. Okay, so does my... Yeah, this is way better. And it's amazing how much that editing was screwing this up. So, is my mouth matching my voice now? Or is it still a Godzilla movie? Oh, is Craig Beavan here? I see a Craig. Did I miss Craig? Did he leave already? Yeah, there he is. All right. All right. Anyway, yeah, this is streaming at my end much better. So that's good. And my voice, well, not on this camera. Yeah, it's not matching on this camera, is it? Yeah, I know the battery won't fit in the other copter. They're different. I bought, the reason I picked this one specifically was because the battery looks just like this one. It's got the same pattern on and everything, but it's bigger. Not a lot bigger, but it's bigger. And so obviously the bigger one won't even fit in that one. And this one, even though the connections are very similar, I can't get it lined up in the... I could probably 3D print a box. It's not a bad idea. And, you know, to put this in, to hold it in the right spot and slide it in. And that would probably work. I might think about doing that. That's not a bad idea. I just came up with that on the fly. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know where this battery is. It usually... I would put it on the shelf back here somewhere if I was... You know, didn't want to lose something. I don't see it there. I know you guys remember this. Still got those. Yeah, I have to. Let me just take one more stab over here real quick. I was moving some stuff around over here. This is great. Hey, there's that thing I bought. Son of a bitch. Damn it, I bought another one of these. Different one. Doggone it. I've been looking everywhere for this. So I lost my battery, but I found my adapter to hook my computer to the Ethernet. That's interesting. Yeah, I couldn't find this to save my life. There it is. All right, well I found that, but I lost the battery. So I can't light this up for you. Sorry guys. I really wanted to show you that. Oh well. I can't believe I lost that. I don't know where that damn battery is. Hey! What's up, Ray? Hey, look what shirt I'm wearing, Ray. Uh-huh. Yeah. Look what I'm wearing. Yeah. How about that? Oh, you already saw that. I see it up in the comment there. Yeah. Yeah, I got your shirt on. All right. Anyway, all right. So what do you guys want to do? What are we looking at? What do you want to see something? You want me to bring you something? Show you something? Talk about something? What do you guys want to do? Yeah, I'm here. I'm not queer, but willing and able. Whatever. What do you guys want to? You guys want to talk about something? Look at something? You want me to show you something? Anybody? You need an Academy Award? There you go. We'll pass those out. Yeah, the camera's there. Most popular vase, right here. People love this thing. It's got this aqua blue on the bottom, turns purple, then it goes to pinkish, and then a red. Yeah, everybody loves that vase. Okay. All right, I want to switch the camera back. I want to see if my voice is matching the other camera. So we'll see what this looks like. Okay. Is it still a Godzilla movie, or does my mouth match the audio? It should. It should be matching now. Uh, Craig, there's actually two Chrysler turbines up on the shelf there. You are correct. There is a. Uh, this is very interesting for you car guys. Let me show you. So this, Jay Leno has one of these. They're very rare, but this is a jet engine car that Chrysler came out with. And I think it was it 59? Somewhere around there. But yeah, it's got a jet engine in it. Jay Leno has one of these. He blew it up. They fixed it. And there's an attorney named Steve Lato, and his brother actually works for the company that built the turbine, and his brother was involved in restoring Jay Leno's turbine so that he could drive his car again. So, but this is a die cast. You know, the door's open. The one piece of molding fell off. That was my fault. I just got to glue it back on. But yeah, the door's open. It's not a convertible. The top's, it's a hard top, but it's got a vinyl, simulated vinyl roof. I think the trunk opens, if I remember right. Yep. Yeah. So the trunk opens. It's got a big spare tire in it, in the back there, and then the hood opens. And all you see in there is two big, what looks like two big turbochargers inside there. So yeah, just a very cool die cast. Always wanted one of those. I finally broke down and bought one. They're not that expensive either. Now here's the find of the century though. 64, is that what year it was? Yeah. So back in the 70s, and the reason I know that is because in 70, my dad brought home a promotion car. And it's a plastic, like a die cast, but it's all plastic car from, he brought it home from the Dodge dealership, and he brought home two Challengers, an orange one and a purple one. So I wanted the purple one. My brother wanted the orange one. So that worked out fine. And but that was the first time I'd ever seen a dealer promotional car. Well, here's a dealer promotional car for this turbine engine car right here. And usually they only come one color. But this one's actually got the black roof. It's got silver where the chrome would be. It's got headlights and taillights, real plastic. There's red taillight lenses in it. This is a very detailed, for a promotional vehicle. This one's very detailed. So that was the find of the century, to find a dealer promo car for this car, because I wouldn't have thought, hell, I wouldn't even have thought they made them, let alone very many of them. So the fact that I was able to get one was pretty amazing. So yeah, kind of, I love this kind of stuff. I love this collectible, very different, out of the ordinary stuff. I have two very out of the ordinary motorcycles that I own, those that I ride, and they're very strange, very different. Not your average motorcycle. Very rare to see one. So anyway, yeah, Craig. So you were right. That was a Chrysler Turbine, and here's its smaller brethren, the dealer promo car, which is, like I said, this kind of stuff is very hard to find. I still have my purple Challenger. I can't put my hands on it right at the moment, but I do have my purple Challenger. I don't know if my brother still has his orange one, but I still have my purple. The only thing I did to mine, I did take mine apart and paint the interior black. You know, I put black seats in it. You know, so this one, you know, the seats in here are all the same. The whole floor, everything in here. There's no real detail inside. Well, there is a little. That might be a chrome strip down the. What would be the transmission tunnel. Yeah, there's something going on there. I don't know what that is exactly, but yeah, there's nothing on the dash or anything. You know, these cars, a lot of times they have the dash all, you know, gauged out. Yeah, this one's got chrome gauges in it, the chrome shifter handle, the chrome tube going through the, you know, the drive shaft. Look at the crazy exhaust on this car. Isn't that nuts? And that was, you know, they had to get the heat out of the engine bay, you know, from a jet engine. So that's this massive dual exhaust system that they had to put on this car. So, pretty unique. They're really cool car. I don't remember if Jay Leno's was the first one I'd seen or not. I can't remember. I can't remember if I saw a video about it before I saw Jay's, or if Jay's was the first one I ever saw. But I just love the fact that Jay's drives his. I think it's the only one that's still roadworthy. There's only like 11 of them left, and 9 or 11, and I think Jay's is the only one that's actually roadworthy. There might be another one that would be roadworthy if they were willing to put it on the road, but they won't. And then the rest of them, the jet engines are all burnt up, just like Jay's was. And, you know, it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix it. And, of course, Jay's got money, so, you know, must be nice, you know, just to walk in and say, I don't care what it costs, just fix it. You know, like, really? Yeah, I don't care what it costs, just fix it. Jay bought a car once like that. I don't know if you heard that story. He wanted this car so bad. He handed the guy a blank check. And he just told the guy, listen, just fill out whatever you think is fair. Just, you know, fill it in. And I'm good with it. You know, could have wrote the check for Jay's entire fortune. You know, it's like, I'm sure there was a limit that Jay put on the check. You know, that they, you know, don't, if it goes over this amount, don't cash it. But yeah, he bought this one car he wanted so bad that he just handed the guy a blank check and said, listen, just fill it out, whatever you think is fair. You just go ahead and fill it in. Must be nice. The only way I'll ever see that kind of money is if I win the lottery, because, man, there's no way I'm ever going to see that kind of money. All right, so I'm not getting any feedback, guys. Are you all sleeping? What time is it? Is it that late? Are you guys asleep? I'm asking to see. It's only 10:42. You know, I want to know, does the sound match my mouth? I mean, is it linked? Is it right, or are we still lagging? Because the edit's done, so I'm assuming that it should be all right now. I could be wrong, but it should be all right. I gotta go put these cars back on the shelf. I'm just terrified I'm gonna screw these things up, and these two are pretty rare. I don't want to screw these up, so I'm gonna go put these back on the shelf. Really need to glue that back on before I lose it. Okay. Lagging some. Okay. Playing guitar but sort of listening. Hey, David, are you still here? Are you here? Or did you zonk out? Where'd you go? Are you here, David? David. I saw a picture on your Facebook page. You play a banjo. Do you play a banjo, sir? Are you a good banjo player? I love banjo music. Oh my god, I love banjo music. I can't believe I saw you playing a banjo on your front porch. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. I don't have my phone. It was in the charger. Um, is Spencer having? Is he zooming right now? Sounds better after a case of beer. For the people listening, or for the guy playing? Which one has to drink the case of beer? Oh, both. Oh, I didn't bring that out here. So I had my giant yellow Daytona that matches the real one I bought out here. I also have that same size, a black Chrysler 300, which is really cool. Tyco made that one. And then the Magnum I just bought, the real one, I have a big one, same thing, full scale, or the 1/6 scale toy radio control Magnum also. And the Magnum's actually in the kitchen floor right now. I brought it in. It got that far. I haven't got it out here yet, but it made it to the kitchen floor. Um, so, and I've had all these toys since '06 when the cars came out. When they were first released, and now I finally have the full size ones. I don't have a 300 yet. Almost. I almost bought a 300, a beautiful white with white interior. It was in perfect condition except it had a blown motor. And I went $1,300 for it. I almost went and got that. Almost. I showed it to Deb. Man, it was a beautiful car. So I got enough projects. I don't need another one. Maybe 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 later on I'll just buy a running 300 and I won't have to work on it. We'll see. The Gloucester Gladiator. That's the biplane with the canopy. Is that what that is? Is that the one you're talking about? It's the only enclosed biplane I've ever seen, other than a high performance one. Like a Pitts or something. But this looks like a World War I fighter uh, with a canopy. Like, did they really have that back in World War I? Yeah, that's kind of big, isn't it? Is that 1300? Is that a 1300 size or 1100? I thought it was 1300. My Dynam PT-17 is a 1300. That's a really nice size biplane. You know, it's just big enough to be a, like a. Oh, it's 1100. Okay. Um, yeah, the 1300 biplane I really like. That's a really nice size. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my Pitts. That's a 1400, and it's substantially bigger 1400 than the 1300. Um, but yeah, I was pretty. I really like that Dynam PT-17. That's a really nice. Um, it's a good looking biplane. It flies real good. It built really good. The lights work for a change. Finally, on a Dynam airplane, it's got working lights. Yeah, I was very impressed. Very very impressed with that airplane. Um, that's the only airplane anybody's ever sent me for free. Yeah, I got a hold of Jing and he sent me one. So and I did him up several videos, talking about it. I did a picturama one. I took a bunch of really cool pictures. They came out really good. Looked almost like a real one sitting there. The way I had it, I had the fence in the background, the cattle and stuff, and yeah, it looked. Got the camera right down on the ground, and it looked pretty much a real. Could almost mistake it for a real airplane. Any other good sales at Hobby King, Dave? Anything worth going to look at? I'm definitely buying that PBY that Hobby King just came out with. That's definitely coming to this hangar. I've been wanting a PBY forever, and I was gonna buy the Dynam one. I really been just kind of holding off because I wanted the float to retract, and of course you have those don't on the Dynam one. You have but there's everybody and their brother has made some kind of a hack for that to make them work. But this one they work. It comes with working ones, and it's bigger, and I really really like it. So yeah, I'm definitely buying that PBY. I think they're on pre-order right now, so there's no rush to get one other than getting one in the first batch. But I don't need that. We're good. But I'm definitely going to get one of those. I really like that plane. Yeah, that's a good price. I think my yak is the old paint scheme though. The new yaks are different. They changed the color scheme. Um, trying to remember what I paid for mine. I want to say it was like 319. It's either like 299 or 319, something like that. I got it on sale, but I got it. I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, I've had it for a while. It's big, big girthy, fuselage, almost T-28 size. It's a substantial model. So, what made you take up playing the banjo? It's a pretty unique instrument. Not a lot of people like banjo music. I love banjo music. Have you bought the FMS pits yet, David? I think you did. Didn't you have a problem with the battery falling out of the battery holder? Do I remember that right? Not sure. Yeah, I love that plane. I when it was, I bought mine when they were, I think it was 277 or two. Might have been on sale for 249, and I bought a second one. I got a brand new one in the box, and the paint on that thing when it comes out of the box is perfect. After you fly it and it's been out in the sun, you start seeing, the cells of the foam. But man, when that thing comes out of the box, it is perfect. Beautiful airplane. Round pick style? Oh, really? Remember the show Hee Haw? Roy Clark, awesome banjo player. I loved watching him play the banjo on that show. All right, I'm gonna try moving the. Gonna try. Let's see what I can do here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, I changed microphones. So now this one looks worse. Hang on. Let me try something else here. Okay, let's see. Now that looks like that's lagging. Hold on. I'm playing with the microphones here. So this is, yeah, that was lagging too. Interesting. Well, those two, they're matched. All right, hang on. Let me change this to the other mic. All right. Okay. And now that mic's not working at all. Interesting. Okay. Let's try another setting. Huh. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's not working. All right, hang on. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. So. I know it's an echo. Hang on. Working on it. Okay. So. If I. All right. All right. Hang on. I'll turn this one off. Okay. So now, is the audio matching my mouth? Are they synced? Is this microphone better? It looks like it's better, but I'm not positive. But from what my feedback at this end, it looks, I can't hear it. Obviously, I got it turned off, but it looks like it's syncing now. So tell me what you see there. Is it still a Godzilla movie, or is the audio? So Dave says it's better sounding, and better matched, or just better matched. Be a little more specific. Need your help here, guys. This is what I'm trying. That's why I went live tonight. I'm trying to get some help. Trying to figure out how to get the best out of what I got to work with here. You know, I haven't changed anything in my pits. Nothing. I'm still flying it the way it came out of the box. And, okay, better sound, but still a little laggy. Okay, so now, you believe it or not, this is the microphone that's in the laptop. This is not the one that came with the camera, the Logitech camera. This is I turned that audio off and turned the laptop on. So this is the audio from the laptop. That came with a really good microphone. I can't believe how sensitive that thing is. You know, the new laptop, it's a garbage. I can't believe the difference. This camera is not bad. I know it's a little fuzzier. It's not as sharp as the Logitech one, and I might be able to fix that. There might be some adjust to that I can work on. Let me look here for a minute. Maybe I can. Let's see if I can change some settings. Maybe make it better. 12 out of 720. Oh, it goes better than that, doesn't it? Oh, let's go back to okay. All right, let's hang on. I gotta fix it. Hang on. All right, how's that look? I did change, you know, so now same thing too. Yeah, this looks like it's matching up really good now. How are we doing? Sound good, and it's match the picture. How are we doing now? Still a lag? Okay. Better sound, still a little lag. Okay. I wonder why I can't get that lag to stop. That's weird. Very weird. Oh well. We'll keep working on it. Okay, we're gonna have a echo here for a second. I'm checking. Yeah, see the other one. Yeah, see the other one's way laggy. Oh my god, that one's terrible. That one's terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just turn that back off. Yeah, the microphone on the Logitech thing is very laggy for some reason. Yeah. Now that audio was working better on the new laptop for some reason. Might have been the interface to it. So I use adapters similar to this. Plugs in your USB port. Gives you, it's a hub. It gives you 3 USB ports here on the side here, and then on the end is a Ethernet connection. And I needed this for two reasons. My Ethernet cable to the old laptop was broke, and the wireless was working, but I've lost the wireless. I haven't fixed that yet. The new laptop does not have an Ethernet port at all. So I had to buy this adapter, or one just like this. It's a different one. It's over there. Um, just so I could plug it into the internet. I wanted it hardwire. I didn't want it on a Wi-Fi. So, and it worked, but I haven't tried this one because I lost it. But I don't need it now. This laptop has an Ethernet port, so I don't need it now. Um, this is why you use StreamYard. How is that? How's StreamYard better? What do you like better about StreamYard? I've not, I think I did try it once. I think I did download it on one of my laptops. Um, I'm synced now. Okay, well there you go. That's good. It's really uncomplicated. I see. I never thought OBS was complicated at all. I took to that like a duck to water. I just fired that thing up and figured it out. Especially because I went right to the green screen. And my green screen was perfect. Right out of the gate, my green screen was perfect. So that's why. See, the Streamyard doesn't offer true green screen. It has the green screen without a green screen, and that doesn't look good. That's crap. Um, but the real green screen looks great, and the original version of OBS, which I'm still using, I've never updated it, um, worked perfect. And my green screen's still on the wall right there. It's still hanging on the wall right there. I was gonna make a. Everybody wants me back in the tent, so I'm gonna make out of PVC pipe a portable holder so I can hang the green screen on and put it behind me, and then I'll put a picture of the tent up, and we'll be back in the tent. And then you guys, you'll get a kick out of that. So yeah, we'll get back in the tent. Um, you don't download a program for StreamYard, to load it on your computer. You just go to the website to run the StreamYard. That's interesting. It's a small program. The OBS program is a very small program. It ain't taking up any. Um, it's not taking up any memory. It's a really small. Christ, it installs in about 5 seconds. Just like Zoom, when you install Zoom to go zooming, it frickin' installs in seconds. So yeah, I do a lot of pretty tricky shit with my OBS, and like I said, I took right to it. I never found it. A lot of people said, "Oh, it's so hard to operate." I'm like, okay, I don't know what's hard about it, but I figured it out pretty quick. Um, well, that's interesting. My I changed the. Huh, interesting. Yeah, so the two RC vehicles I had bought recently was the Fury. It was on sale for 100. I think it was 130 bucks, and the Vortec, both 10 scale trucks. ready to run. Came with everything. Came with batteries for the transmitter, and they were each 130 bucks. So I bought both of them. I really love the Vortex because I wanted the purple body one, and that's the one they offered for the 130 bucks. So that was a gotta have that one. The color choices on the Fury were not, the one that was the brushed one were not great, but it's okay. I mean, the one body's red, it's fine. Not a big deal. Um, but the Vortex, I love that purple body. That's cool as shit. Really, really like that. So those were two great deals. I love finding deals, guys. I love it when they got stuff on sale. that's my that's my mojo right there. Well, while we're at it, let's fix these other ones. So we move that back to the stock. So let's go here and audio. Okay, that one is on stock. All right. Wow, really screwed that one up. Let's fix this. All right, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, that's right. All right, all right. Well, that all looks good then. And then the other one doesn't. It's missing. Where's? Interesting. All right. Let's go to. Oh, I don't have a second. That's what the problem is. Okay. All right. So this is the. Yeah. Okay. Let's check this one. Yeah, that's right. All right. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I've been wanting the groom, the green and yellow one, and they had it on sale. And I went and looked at it, and I got really, and I said, you know what, I'm so happy with the Vortex, color wise. I'm not doing the groom. I did the little groom when it came out, and I love that. Um, but yeah, I was gonna get the big, looks like a van, and I'm not doing it. I can't keep buying. I got so many surface vehicles. I just can't buy anymore. I got to stop. Ray gave us a link. Hobby Zone. Oh, I guess it's not on sale anymore. Which color did you get, Ray? What 18th? I don't remember which. Boy, the FMS Colorado is really cool looking. That's a beautiful truck. Yeah, when that was on sale, I bought one of those. Really good looking truck. Man, love that thing. All right, David, you out of here? All right, man, we'll see you later. Red for the FMS one. But this isn't an F. The one you're showing me from Hobby Zone is an FMS, is it? Doesn't say it. Or am I missing something here? No, this is the Easy RC. I bought the Jeep. They had the Jeep on sale for, I think, 69 bucks. And wow, that was a screaming good deal. And I like it. It's good quality. Lights, it had lights and stuff. And, I think it was. I think it was 1/18th. It might have been 1/12th. Um, nice Jeep though. I really like it. So this EZRC, I don't have a problem with that. The one I've got one. I like it. Yeah, I like the red and white scheme myself too. That's the one I would have got. Did you get the red and white or the red and black? Which one did you get? I like the red and white one myself. Ugh. How many likes do I have? Only 8 likes. Oh, come on, guys. Throw me a bone. Looks like the chrome's off sale, huh? I don't see it. All right. Oh yeah, a lot of guys mix their own jet fuel for their turbines, and yeah, back in the day, we were playing with um, mixing our own. I'll be honest with you, I got hooked up with Byron, and I carried their fuel in my store. Uh, that was the best fuel ever. The oil there, I think they were using AMSoil synthetic, but yeah, my engines never ran better on the Byron stuff. God, I love that fuel. I heard they quit making it. They've been making it for years, even though they stopped the whole airplane thing. They kept making the fuel, but I heard recently that they stopped making the fuel now too. So, um, but that was some great fuel. This is such a better picture. I mean, this is really good. That's a damn good camera. I think I don't think my voice matches as well here, but it's a much better picture. That's for sure. I don't remember it. I just remember it having Byron on the label. I don't think it had a name. I could be wrong. I don't remember Power Master, but you know, it could be. Um, I just man, I got hooked on that fuel. That's the only fuel I carried in my store. Yeah, these days, Craig, I don't know if anybody sells, you know, non-oiled fuel where you can do it yourself, or yeah, I have no idea. Um, you know, I grew up on the nitro stuff, but man, this electric, when they finally perfect this electric shit, man, I was done. You know, good friend of mine was flying his gas plane out here this weekend at the flying field. Oh my God. He was doing all kinds of, he's a 3D flyer. He's doing all these low maneuvers. Motor quit, you know, and nosed over. And he tried to pull out, but no airspeed. So it just pancaked into the ground. Broke the nose of the plane off right at the wing. It just, you know, just broke it right off. Nice. You know, when you've got telemetry and electric, that never happens. You just, you know, well, almost never. Yeah, I did lose my Tiger Cat after a prop strike, but that was so weird because the motor ran fine. It was just getting hot as fuck, but it ran perfect. I had no idea there was something going on. And then when it finally overheated and shut down, you know, my plane crashed. But um, um, Rich Yore, you know, red Prius, Rich. Yeah, yeah, it was horrible. He was only about uh, maybe 20 feet in the air or less, and the motor quit. You know, it was right in the. You know, I don't know if he was. I think he was just going into a hover, and the motor quit, and there wasn't anything. I mean, he pushed it over immediately, and it pushed over, but he just didn't have enough altitude to get enough airspeed to pull out. I mean, he pulled out at the end, but it, you know, it did a stalled flat pancake right on the runway, and the whole nose broke right off. It was a red and white plane. I don't know if it was the Eagle, but yeah, it was a red and white plane. Yeah, he was bummed. I saw it from across the field. He was bummed. Yeah, I know the feeling, but yeah, I don't want to do the gas anymore. I did that for 30 years, and now the batteries are just getting so good. You know, and the telemetry. I know my batteries where they are. I don't have to worry about running out of battery. It's awesome. I love it. Is that Eagle is that a Horizon plane or a Tower Hobby plane? Can he get one and replace it cheap? Because yeah, he works for me. I know he gets great deals on that shit. Are you working on a plane tonight, Lewis? What are you working on? You doing another fancy paint job? Yeah, got another canopy. It's opening and closing. What's going on? Is that true? These are the Ukraine drone engines. They're not selling them anymore. Is that true? Oh my God, that's funny. God, Rich should contact them and see how much money they'll give him for his drone engine for them. He might be able to triple his money, maybe quadruple. I mean, they are trying to win a war over there. Oh, is that what Rich told you that? Yeah. Well, they might not be able to get any more, but the fact that it's because they're all going to the Ukraine. I don't know if I believe that. But yeah, they might not be available anymore though for some other reason. That's funny. Uh, right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I'm tired. I had a pretty busy day today, and I'm falling asleep here. So, we got thinking of taking a gal, say 2020 mix, adding methanol to the mix down to say 12-12 or 10-10, and bio mix for them was 10-10. Still have 5 gallons of the old stuff. You got 5 gallons of Byron fuel laying around? Do you really? That stuff doesn't go bad. I've still got a half a gallon here, and it hasn't changed colors or anything. It looks perfect. Like I could just put it in the plane. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I would just stick with that fuel, even if you don't get the mix to what they want. That motor, that fuel will lube the motor. You won't hurt that motor. Yeah. And on normal fuels, I would say that's true, Craig. But Byron fuel, you know, that shit just works. So I don't know. All right, guys, I'm out of here too. Have a great night. Thanks for coming. I appreciate the help with the audio and camera stuff. I'm getting a handle on it here. I think I'll be able to do some better shows now and some better videos. So keep you guys eyes open here, because in about 30 minutes there's going to be a video going up. So keep an eye out for that. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming. We'll talk to you later. Bye.